Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be my Sephora VIB Sale haul follow-up video. So I am back to share my reviews on the products that I picked up during the VIB sale. So if you're ready to get my feedback on these products, why don't we go ahead and get started. So if you have not yet seen my Sephora VIB Sale haul, I of course will have that video listed down below. As always with my hauls, I like to come back in about 2 weeks and just give reviews on all of the products. I will say one item that I haven't tried yet because I don't know if I want to say I forgot that I got this, but I put it underneath my a bathroom sink and forgot that I actually haven't tried this guy out, and I should have been trying him. These are the set that I bought from Lancome, the by Facil for face and eye. I have the eye makeup remover and I love it, so I was getting this as like a backup, but then I thought that I could try out the face remover as well because I love the eye makeup remover so much. But it was like, I'm not completely out of my eye makeup remover, so I was like, oh, I'll just put that under my sink for when it's time. I'm like, hello, there's two things. You could have opened this up and been using the face one. So I don't have a review on that yet because I'm kind of an idiot. So there's that. But I'm sure I'll review that in an upcoming video here soon. But I was like, hello, let's get it together, Samantha. But the eye makeup remover is fantastic. Another item, I've only been able to try this one out once. It's the hair care item that I got. This is from Living Proof. It's the Curl Enhancing Styling Mousse. So I actually have it in my hair now. I've only used it once because I don't do this a lot with my hair. It's not something I do on a fairly regular basis by any means. So if I kept waiting for like the 3 to 5 times I was gonna try this video would be like 3 months in the future. But what I do when I use mousse is like if I'm being rushed, I don't have a lot of time to shower, or I'm showering before bed and I don't want to go to bed with my hair really wet, I will actually shampoo my hair, skip conditioner, and put mousse in it, and it just kind of helps dry my hair faster than it would just leaving it straight, and I don't blow dry my hair. But it also just gives me like a little bit of, it always seems to be different when I do this with my hair. Sometimes it's like really wavy, sometimes it borderlines on curly, but it typically always gives me a little bit of like just like volume and zhuzh to my hair. But again, I don't do it on a very like frequent basis, but when I want to do it, when I'm rushed, I want to skip conditioner, I need to have a mousse in my collection, otherwise my hair is just a hot mess. So like I said, I've only tried this one out the one time, but it'll probably be a while before I'd have a full review on it. But so far it seemed pretty good. I like the way that it smelled. It is very like foamy, moussey. I noticed when I sprayed it into my hand, it really like zhuzhed up right away. It seems to be performing pretty well, but again, I'll have to give this a try down the road. You know, maybe you'll see a review in like 2 months or so. But one product that was not featured in that haul video, but I thought that I would put it in this review video, is from Marc Jacobs. Got it. This is the Tantastic Omega Bronzer, and I'm so excited that I got this. So this wasn't available yet when I did my original purchases. It actually came available after, I think it was even after I'd already filmed my haul video. It came available early for VIB Rouge members, so I went ahead and snagged it on that day. I think it is sold out right now. Like, then it came available for everybody, but I think it actually sold out. I thought it was supposed to be coming back as a permanent item, I think, so it should be coming back, but I'm really excited to get it. Since I got it on the VIB Rouge day, I actually was still able to use my 15% off. It was still during the sale time, which I thought was pretty sweet, so I thought I would include it in here. It has a big old mirror on it. It's a super nice bronzer. It's expensive, so I was glad that I got the 15% off because it is a pricey bronzer. I think it's like $49, but I have talked about this bronzer before. I'm sure I've put it in Makeup I Regret Not Buying video because I was gonna purchase this and then I thought it was too expensive, and then all of a sudden everybody was like, this is the best bronzer ever, this is the best, this is my holy grail, I can't live without this bronzer. And it was gone. It was limited edition, so it was gone forever, and Marc Jacobs finally brought it back, and I'm really happy about that. This is a bomb bronzer. It's the bomb. I don't know what else I have to say. I am so happy with my purchase of this bronzer. Look how big she is. I just want to hug it. Yeah, no, I'm so happy with the purchase of this bronzer. I know it's more pricey. I'm glad that I got the discount, but still, even if I paid full price for it, I think I would still be happy. It's beautiful. It's really natural looking on the skin, but gives you that nice bronze. It's one of those bronzers that like you can just like keep piling it on and you still don't look unnatural. You don't look crazy. It's so fantastic. I'm so happy with it. I love the way it smells. I would highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be coming back as a permanent item, so when it does, I would highly recommend this, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad I got it. Alrighty, let's move on to some makeup products. So this first one here is from Sunday of Riley, and it is the Influencer Foundation. Okay, so I also did, not only did I do my haul video, but then I did like a try on haul style video after that, where I was basically trying the majority of these products in this haul on my face in that video. Most of them were first impressions, the Sunday Riley foundation included. And I think that you can kind of see from that video that I was like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. It was kind of accentuating my dry patches. Like at the end, I still was like, I'm not sure if, I don't really know about this foundation. I have been wearing the crap out of it because it has been really hard to get my full thoughts on this. So I keep wearing it and keep wearing it because I'm like, I'm trying to understand this foundation. I do have it on today. I picked mine up in the shade 140, which is supposed to be a light with neutral undertones. I think it definitely does have the neutral undertones good. It is light. It's pretty light on my skin. Once I like contour and bronze and all of that, I think that it looks good, but especially like entering into summer or when I self-tan a lot, I don't think the shade match would be spot on for me, but it's still pretty good for me. Okay, so it says that it's supposed to be natural looking, and I would really agree with that. I think out of all of these claims, I think the natural looking is like the one that they definitely nailed. That is exactly how I would describe my skin when I wear this foundation. I'm not matte, I'm not dewy, I'm not anything. I'm just, it looks like my natural skin, just like ish better. Ish. And like, I do like some natural finish foundations. The CoverGirl one, the Healthy Vitalist Elixir, I feel like that gives a pretty natural finish as well, but it also makes my skin look better. Sunday Riley one, like, it struggles to make my skin look better. It does say that it's long wear, and I don't agree with that. I feel like this transfers onto basically everything. I feel like by the end of the day, I look worse for wear when I have this foundation on, so I don't agree with the long wear claim of it. It says a lightweight feel. That one's hard. When you pump it out, it definitely is a very like liquidy, almost kind of like a watery type of foundation. When you're applying it, yeah, it feels lightweight on the skin, but also it says that it's medium to full coverage, and it's like light to medium coverage on me, and I feel like it's not very buildable as well, because I realized like I kept adding more foundation to my face and more foundation to my face because I was trying to get more coverage, and I just feel like it doesn't really cover a lot for me. Like I have some redness around my mouth, it's not really covering any of that. Sometimes I have a red mark under my eye. Some days it's more prominent than others. I feel like it doesn't cover that. So I don't know, medium is really pushing it for me. I've never been able to get full coverage out of this foundation, which I think is strange. Satin to matte finish, I would agree with that because I feel like it is fairly natural looking. I don't feel like I really look super matte when I wear this. But this foundation, it's just been so hard to get the hang of and to get my thoughts on it, because it's like I wear it one day and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I wore it the next day, I was like, I hate it. I'm definitely returning it. I tried it again. I was like, no, maybe it's all right. I tried it again. I was like, ooh, no, I don't think it works for me. I think I am going to return it. But I've noticed that with every single time I've worn it, and I've probably worn it maybe 7 times now, I either think it's okay or I don't like it at all. There's never been a day where I'm like, I think that I like how this foundation looks on me. I have dry skin right now, and I feel like it's definitely showing off my dry patches, and I noticed that right when I first was trying it out, because I have some dry patches on my forehead, and I felt like it was like, bam, I got a dry patch on my forehead. Here I am. And I was like, oh no. And it also was doing weird things around my nose. I mean, after I wear this for like 5 or 6 hours, it is completely broken up around my nose. It's completely broken up around my mouth. I don't really have very prominent smile lines. Like they're there, but they're not like there yet. And I've never really noticed or had an issue with a lot of foundations settling into those lines, and this one does. After a couple of hours, it's broken up. It's in any single line that I have, the lines on my forehead. After I wear this for a couple hours, I feel like I look older than I am. And your girl's 31. We don't need that happening. We're trying to reverse the aging process here. I'm not trying to look older. So that's been kind of rough for me. I like the pump applicator. I think that that's good. I like the packaging. I would suggest applying it with a brush. I continually was applying it with a beauty blender because that's kind of, I go in like phases between do I love beauty blenders or brushes to apply foundations. Right now I'm firmly on the beauty blender train, but once I started applying this with a brush, I felt like I was finally like somewhat able to get almost the medium coverage in there. So I like applying it with a brush more, but I just don't think it's very long wearing, and I think that it just, after a couple of hours, I don't feel like it looks very nice on the skin. For the first like 3 to 4 hours, I do genuinely think that it looks pretty good, minus my dry patches, but after that, it goes downhill. So that's pretty rough. And what's strange to me is I've been watching some reviews for it, and a lot of people who have oily skin are saying that they do not recommend it either, and they feel like it's sliding off their face by the end of the day, and they're just having to powder so much, you know, to try to get it to stay on. And I have dry skin. I'm like, it's showing off my dry patches. So I don't know, maybe if you have normal skin you would like this, but honestly it's really hard to recommend this foundation. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've tried it so many different ways. I've tried it with probably 5 different primers, trying to find like that one primer that's going to make it look good or make it stay. I definitely, when I wear this, I like to put powder over it as well. I've really been loving the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir powder. I like it better. I wanted to put it on today, but I was like, don't do it, because, you know, the point is that you're wearing this on camera, so don't put powder over it. That makes it a little bit better and makes it last a little bit longer, but I'm pretty bummed about this. So I am probably going to take this back to Sephora and maybe try to get a different foundation instead. So that really bummed me out because I was really excited about that foundation. But next up though, I have the Laura Mercier. This is the new Flawless Effusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer. I did mention in my try on video that I'd already tried it on, I think it was like 2 or 3 times, and that I was really impressed with it, and I continue to be really impressed with it. I will say that another thing with the Sunday Riley foundation is I don't feel like concealers work well with that foundation, which is weird. Not only the Laura Mercier, but at first I was like, is it just the Laura Mercier, because I've been wearing this one so much to be able to review it. But I used my NYX and also my Holy Grail Urban Decay Naked Skin, and it's like something with that foundation just does not mix well with a concealer. Like powders and highlights and things like that I think is fine, but for whatever reason, when I put a concealer on with that foundation, it's odd. It's just odd. So if my concealer looks crazy today, it is this, but I swear to you it's the foundation, because I've worn this with other foundations as well, and I'm really, really liking it. I think that it's nice and full coverage. I like the wand on it. It's kind of like the wand kind of like bends a little bit, which I think is nice when you're applying it. It's kind of like bendy, which is like a really random thing, but I like the applicator. I like the coverage that it gives. It makes the under eyes really smooth looking. I feel like it lasts really well throughout the day as well. I don't get a lot of creasing with it. I'm really impressed with this one, honestly. I've been reaching for it a lot, not only to review, but once I was like, okay, I have like what I want to say in my review, and like I would recommend it, I still keep reaching for it. My Urban Decay Naked Skin is like, hey girl, you remember me? And I'm like, hold on, just wait 1 second. I just want to try Laura out just a little bit more, okay? But yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. So next up, let's talk about another product that I don't really love, unfortunately. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the bronzer in Tawny. So I really like the packaging on this bronzer. I thought it was quite nice. I like that you get a mirror in here. When I did first open up this bronzer, I was like, oh shoot, I think this might be too dark for me, especially right now. So I was like, oh, I'm not sure. And I had tried it before. I tried it in my haul try on video. Goodness gracious, how many times can I say tried? And I was like, you know what? I think it pulls a little bit orange on me. I will say on camera, I don't think that it looked as bad, but sometimes, especially when I have lights on and I have 2 lights shining at me today, I feel like sometimes the makeup it doesn't look the same in person as it does on camera, and I feel like this definitely looked better on camera, and especially once I have the rest of my face done. Again, it's kind of like the same thing with the foundation. Like once I get it all done and put together, I'm like, oh, okay, it doesn't look as bad, but I still just don't really love the way that this looks on me. A lot of people were saying that Anastasia bronzers are supposed to be more red toned, which is supposed to give you a more natural, like flushed look from the sun, which I can totally understand that. But to me, it still looks orange, especially just when I'm first applying it and I'm kind of like panicking, like, oh no, what's going on? Other than that, I think it's a nice bronzer. I think it's pretty smooth. I think it's pretty easy to blend out. But honestly, what's so funny is to compare this to the Marc Jacobs, and there's like zero comparison. Like the Marc Jacobs goes on so incredibly smoothly. It looks so natural. Like I said, I feel like it's one of those bronzers that even if you go heavy-handed, you're not gonna look crazy. If I go heavy-handed with this, I'm going to look crazy. So unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to return it because I don't feel confident when I wear it. And I have not been reaching for this lately, and today I even grabbed out the Marc Jacobs bronzer to put on. I list all my makeup in my description box always. You've been seeing the Marc Jacobs bronzer in there quite a bit because I've been loving it. And I was like, you know what, you have to wear the Anastasia one again today. I was like, you need to try it out again before you make a final decision if you're going to return it. And I was like, but I don't want to wear it. And I mean, if I don't want to wear the makeup that I bought, that's pretty silly. So I think I am going to end up returning this one. And, you know, especially I have the Too Faced palette I'll talk about next. That has a bronzer in it. The Marc Jacobs bronzer was a pricey bronzer. And I mean, this one was too. This is $28 for one bronzer. That's still fairly pricey. And I don't feel like it looks the best on me. So unfortunately, this one didn't really work out for me. And I know a lot of people are also saying that they feel like the Anastasia bronzers are pulling orange on them. And it just is one of those things where if you don't feel confident, like why would I continue to keep that around? So good news. The Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Hello, I have really been liking this guy. I have really been liking this palette. So it's a really nice face palette. You got a big old mirror in here. It's very like shiny, so it's hard to do on camera, but a gigantic mirror that's really beautiful. And then you have these 6 different shades in here. I've been really impressed with this palette. The Sunny Honey is the bronzer that I've been using mostly, and I really enjoy that. The Tropic Like It's Hot, it's kind of a funny name. It has a bit of like a sheen to it, and it's also just a smidge darker, so I haven't really been gravitating towards that one. Maybe as the seasons change, I might get into that one a little bit more. Pink Sand is a beautiful blush. I have it on my cheeks today, and I think it's a stunning blush. I was really excited when I opened the palette. My eyes instantly went towards that one. It's a really nice kind of like deeper neutral blush, and I think it's beautiful. Pink Wink, the other blush in here, I haven't used that one yet. It's a little bit too pink and like too bright for me right now, but again, as seasons change, I might get into it. The 2 highlights in here are actually kind of interesting because I don't love either one on their own, but combined together, I really like them. And that's what I have on my cheeks today. I think it's a beautiful highlight. I feel like it's very beaming, but Starlight is a little bit too pink for me. Like it's a straight pink highlight when I put it on. And Satin Sheets is kind of like gold and peachy at the same time, but it's almost like a little bit too gold for me. So I just prefer to mix the two, and that's how I've been wearing them. And I think once I do that, I love the combination of the pink and the gold and the peach, and I love just how poppin' it is. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Again, there's just those 2 shades in there that I'm not using right now, but I think I will use in the next coming months here or so. But the other 4 that I've been using, I really enjoy, so I'm really happy. I actually got this at 20% off because I did pick it up from Ulta when they released their 20% coupon the day before the sale started at Sephora, and I'm really happy with this purchase, which is super exciting because I haven't bought from Too Faced in a very long time, but this guy I think is really good. Alrighty, the eyeshadow palette that I picked up was from Huda Beauty. This is the Mauve Obsessions palette. I talked about the Obsessions palettes a lot. I mentioned her new ones in my most recent Will I Buy It video, and I said I was probably going to pick up the coral one. I really like these palettes. You get a mirror, you get 9 different shades in here. I have 3 now, warm browns, smoky, and then the mauves one, and I do want to pick up the coral one as well. I really like the eyeshadow palettes. I feel like these are really good quality. I really like the color scheme in this one because I've been so into pinks lately. I've been wearing pink so much. It's my vibes right now, so especially like, I mean, this palette is just speaking to me. I do have it on my eyes today. I've been wearing it a lot lately. I'm just really gravitating towards this, but I highly recommend the Huda Beauty palettes. I think they're fantastic, and at $27, I honestly don't think that they're a bad price either, so really happy with this one. I did pick up 2 lip products from the sale. I tried on the Lawless Beauty lipstick in Cameron in my try on video. So what's interesting to me is that this one, when I swatched it, it definitely looked more just like pink, but on the lips it's actually pretty light. And again, I do have 2 lights going because unfortunately we're having storms here today. Poor Aries has her thunder shirt on. I do have it on my lips today, and I actually ended up putting a gloss over it. I have on Back Talk from Urban Decay because it is very light on the lips, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it would be more of like a light pink, which it's definitely a light pink, but it's just super light. So I think when I wear this, I'll either put a lip liner underneath it to kind of give it more of an oomph, or top it with a lip gloss. Or another way, I wore it this way the other night. I put George on from Lawless, which is more of like a true nude, I would say, and then I kind of dotted this one in the center of it to kind of give it that kind of effect, and I really liked it that way. But I love the Lawless Beauty lipsticks. This is now my 4th one. They're really pricey at $25, so I really only want to buy them during a sale because that's really expensive for a liquid lipstick. I think the only ones that are more expensive than that in my collection that I've purchased myself are from Marc Jacobs Beauty, and I really like those lip products too. But I really like these. I think they're very long lasting. I think that you need a very little product and it's going to go a long way. They're very opaque. I think they smell really good and they last. I was wearing George the other day and I ate a huge burritos. My lipstick still looked phenomenal. I posted a picture on Instagram of it and Lawless Beauty actually reposted me with it had the caption in there like, just ate a burrito, Lawless Beauty is legit, because my lipstick looked perfect. So I think that these are really legit lipsticks. I would recommend them. I'm a little thrown by the color, but not enough that I would even go in and exchange it for another color, because I still do like it. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna buy the whole collection one day. Like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna keep buying all the lipsticks slowly and surely, one at a time, but I highly do recommend those. Next up, I purchased this one from Kat Von D. This is one of the Studded Kiss lipsticks, right? Because I know I kept saying it wrong. This says Studded Kiss Crème lipstick. This is in Bow and Arrow. It's just a nice regular lipstick. I was wearing it in one of my previous videos. I'm still pre-filming for when I'm going to be gone, so I'm just confused as to what video is what these days and when they're going up, because I'm just trying to get everything so I don't miss a video while I'm gone. I was actually wearing this in my first impression follow-up video, and I was going to a concert right after I was done filming that. So I grabbed this, and then I also grabbed my Kat Von D liquid lipsticks in both Bow and Arrow and Ludwig, and I was trying to decide which one I wanted to put over it. I went with Bow and Arrow, in case you're wondering. I just felt like it made more sense, of course. But I really like these lipsticks. I would highly recommend them if you like regular old lipsticks, and Bow and Arrow is a beautiful shade. I now have the regular and the liquid lipstick. I love that shade. Last up, I just have two skincare items. These are both from Olehenriksen, one of my favorite skincare brands. I kind of splurged a little bit on these. I kind of went back and forth on if I should do it or if I should not do it, but I tried a lot of Olehenriksen's products. I love a lot of them, and so I said I was going to go ahead and do it. So I picked up the new Sea Rush Brightening Gel Creme. So this is what I've been using as my morning moisturizer. It says it has 3 sources of vitamin C and also Rose of Winter extract. So this is what it looks like. I feel like a little bit definitely goes a very long way, because like I said, this has been my morning moisturizer since pretty much since I got it, which it has been 2 weeks now, but a little bit goes a very long way. It smells so delightful, and it just feels incredibly moisturizing on the skin. And once you put it on, I feel like it really is one of those that you can notice your skin is looking brighter, and so I really enjoy that. I will have an Instagram video going up. Like I said, I'm pre-filming, so I got that filmed already. I'll have it going up on my Instagram. If it's up by the time this video goes up, I'll have it linked down below, but I will have a video showing these two and also a few other products from Olehenriksen, so you can kind of see how it makes my skin look right as I'm applying them. But this is also one of those products where my skin just looks so good after I use it. When I actually filmed yesterday, the skincare video, and I had to take a shower a couple hours after that, and I knew I had to, but I kept looking at my skin. I was like, I don't want to take a shower because like my skin looks really good and I would like it to continue looking like this. It just looks like a little bit like plumper and just more moisturized, and just it looks really nice when I use this. So I've really been loving this guy. And then I also picked up the Banana Bright Eye Crème, and this has vitamin C and is collagen boosted. So again, I've been using this in the mornings as well. I have a lot of my Olehenriksen products in my morning skincare routine. This is another one where you can see a difference, and again, it's why I wanted to make that Instagram video so you can see it. Thicker eye cream, and it kind of just like lifts the eyes. A lot of times in the morning, I like to go with something that has like a cooling or like a depuffing effect, but honestly with this one, even though it doesn't have those properties, it still is like, it's like it like lifts your under eyes and just makes you look a little bit more awake, and it brightens them. And I've been really impressed with this as well. I've been hearing really good reviews on both of these products, which is why I decided to go ahead and do it. And especially with having the 15% off, I was like, let's just do it. And so far, I'm not mad in the slightest with these products. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today's video and my follow-up for my Sephora VIB Sale haul. Of course, everything will be linked down below, including my haul video and my try-on video if you want to see those in action. I also will have an Instagram video of a eye makeup look with the Huda Beauty products, and also a bunch of these products as well. I wanted to also have that on Instagram, so if you don't follow me over on Instagram, I am having a giveaway over there right now, actually, shameless plug. I am, but I also like to do a lot of mini tutorials over there because I know I don't do a ton on YouTube. I definitely do more these days, but I try to do them pretty consistently on my Instagram as well, so you can see how makeup is applying also. But other than that, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope that you found my reviews helpful. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. But otherwise, if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.